Hey guys,
Welcome to Coffee and Cleavage.
Lynnie here.
And Shantal.
All right.
So what are we going to dive into today?
Well, we have this topic here that I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering what is acceptable and what is not acceptable when approaching a woman.
Absolutely. What do we want? We being us, we know that lots of women like different things, but we're going to tell you a little bit about what we like and what we definitely don't fucking like. So,
well, Shantal, what do you find is not acceptable?
what is not acceptable? Well, first of all, don't be a fucking creep.
Do not be a creeper.
Don't be a creep. Don't be a creep. No peeking in your windows.
And you guys, I know that it's probably just, you don't know how, some guys don't know how to approach an attractive woman. So it's kind of like for them, we're trying to give you advice here to tell you, kind of help you out a little bit because...
And at the end of the day, help ourselves too.
Yes, exactly. We hope that this will be very helpful for you. So going back, what have you experienced that you just think like, this is just like, what the fuck?
Okay, what not to do. Do not throw your phone number in my grocery cart when I'm grocery shopping.
Oh, no.
I might fucking throw my grapes at you. Just kidding. I probably wouldn't throw my grapes at you, but...
Wait, is that a true story?
No, so I was grocery shopping one time and like I was reaching for a can of something, and as I turned, a guy like put his phone number on a piece of paper folded up like in the front of my grocery cart and was like, "Call me." And I was like, it's a little cringe. I feel like, there's so many different ways that people attend to, try to approach each other, and there's definitely like not a fit one for all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I felt like it just wasn't the right approach. No way am I just going to call some random person's phone number who dropped their number in my grocery cart.
When you're grocery shopping, like what the hell?
I did not look cute at all. I had like sweatpants, my hair is in a bun. I'm like, huh?
Well, yeah, exactly. You're come on now. You can look hot with like wearing a freaking
brown paper sack.
Yeah,
I love hearing that
exactly.
one. Okay, I've tried this. I've put on my potato sack and found out that I absolutely do not look sexy in a potato sack. Like, it's been proven. So what about you, Lynnie? When is or where is somewhere where you don't want to be hit on?
Well, there was this one time
At band camp. I was waiting for that.
No, when I was literally leaving work at the time, and I was going across the street to my car, and this guy literally ran across the street and just said, "Hey, you're really beautiful. Can I take you out sometime?" Like right off the bat, like this person just literally running across the street and just coming up to me when I was like trying to get in my car. I thought that was kind of weird.
Was it like nighttime?
No, it wasn't nighttime.
Okay, because that would have been more creepy, right?
I would have been
like nighttime. Somebody comes running to your door, and you're like,
I've been like,
lock the door,
back the fuck up. What? You know what I mean? But no, that it was.
So what did you say?
I said no, and I got.
Yeah, you're just like, no, thank you.
It was
like,
I was very polite about it, but it was just a very.
And this is the thing,
weird
like,
way of
I'm
being
always
approached.
polite to people.
Yeah.
Like, if they're trying to pick up on me, like, even if they're saying something rude, like, I've had people try to pick up on me and say something cheesy, and then when I'm like, no, thank you, or whatever, they're like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I know. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to be polite.
No.
So it's definitely is hard to know, like, when is the right time, and I feel like we're in this, like, digital age where it's way easier to slide into somebody's DMs and be like, hey, like, that's all you have to say. Hey. It's like, so I don't know. I kind of feel like the in-person is ideal for me. Like, what I'm looking for is, like, I'm looking for somebody to approach me in a authentic and real way. And that's so hard. Like, I can't even think of how to do it perfectly. But
yeah, because there's no perfect way.
there is no perfect way.
Isn't.
But there's a lot of in-fucking-perfect ways.
Yeah. Okay. A big one is the gym.
The fucking gym.
The gym. You guys, when we're at the gym, we have our headphones on, our hair's up in a messy bun, half time we have no makeup on. We want to get in there and get the fuck out, right?
Absolutely.
Not have someone come up to us and go, hey, can you come spot me, baby? Or, hey, I bet I could run faster than you on that treadmill. It's like, What the fuck? What?
Do you need some help with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all 25 pounds of it. Can you lift that for me?
Exactly. I know.
Oh, fuck.
It's just, I don't know. That's a big one.
No to the gym. And I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying people can't authentically meet in the gym and talk, but there are signs. If a girl has her headphones in, she's listening to music, she's clearly driven and doing what she wants to do, she probably doesn't want her ass touched. You know, like, I don't know why that would be okay in any world, but it has happened to me. So I feel
Someone
like
touched your ass in the gym? Oh my God.
It's happened to me at work before too. Like when I was a waitress, like somebody just coming by and touching your butt, and it's like having a butt is not an invitation to have my butt touched.
Like an accidental, like kind of swipe by, or just like
a
hand.
Just a hand, just like a nice hand, like a cupping. Like here, let me
creeper.
cup your ass. Yep, don't be a creeper.
Don't be a creeper. Oh my God.
Uninvited touches, absolutely.
Oh wow.
But on that note, you know what really turns me on?
Oh, what? Now I want to know. Ooh, what turns
I get
Shantal
really
on?
turned on when I'm walking down the street and men start honking at me. Woo!
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, or driving down the freeway. Hey!
Yeah, trying to get your attention while you're in your car.
Because you know I'm going to follow them.
Creeper!
Creeper alert! Alert, alert, alert. So, okay, so those are some of the ways that...
Because those are like really, it's not just us.
Those
We've
are
heard of
blatantly
other
obvious.
women that have experienced the same thing, and they all have the same responses. You know, there's like, that's creepy.
It is. It's hard. It's hard because,
is.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
I know.
All I can tell you is what not to do with women.
Yeah, do not do.
You know, and
any of
everybody
those.
likes something different. Maybe it makes somebody feel really good. Like, I don't know, but I feel like most of the time when you're in those situations, like if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right.
Exactly. It's all about really just being oh, well, I guess we could dive right into what is acceptable.
Yeah, what is acceptable?
Yeah. And the number one thing that comes to my mind is being genuine and just being yourself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that sounds so cliche. I know you're probably thinking like,
does.
oh, fuck you. Fuck you with that advice. But,
Exactly.
But honestly, when somebody's just authentically themselves, you can tell. If a guy walks up and he's like, hey, baby, you like my Porsche over there? You want to go for a ride? You're like,
Douchebag alert.
You're like, no. The first thing you do is not like show somebody like, hey, I'm really fucking great. You want some of my time? You know? It's like, no, be real. Be authentic. Like, be yourself. If there is something that you find yourself wanting to do to impress somebody that you don't normally do, stop.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do it.
Don't do it.
Because
it comes off unnatural.
And then, like, say you start dating a girl and you did all of these things to, like, get her attention, and now you're not doing any of those things because that's, like, not really who you are.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna notice.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And it's just not real, so don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, you know, if like there's advice we can give, well, how the hell can we approach you guys then, you know? How can we approach like an attractive woman without coming off like a creeper? I mean, like we said, just be real. But if we're naming examples, I would say, you know, like, okay, what have you found acceptable? Like if a man comes up to you and, you know,
how to break the ice.
Yeah,
how to break the ice. I feel like you have to pay attention. So be aware of your surroundings. Take advantage of certain mishaps or situations around yourself. So an example of that would be like, say you're on an airplane. Terrible example. I'm sorry. I can't think of a better one. You're on an airplane and you get stuck in a layover. And there happens to be an attractive person in your row or in your seat or whatever. And you strike up a conversation. Wow, it really sucks about this layover. I'm totally going to be late for my whatever, blah, 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 blah. You just start casual conversation.
Yeah.
Take advantage of what you have to work with. You know?
Exactly.
Like, really, I feel like that's the number one way I've ended up talking to people. And even just very natural, genuine encounters, you know?
And you wait for the right moment. So if a girl is like all tied up, because, you know, you're probably thinking, well, what if she's just like on her phone and glued to it? Because, you know, you're waiting around, you're on your phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. You don't want to, I get it as a guy, you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to be bugging her if I'm just like starting up a conversation while you're so involved in your phone. How would like a guy, you know what I mean? How would they get around that one? I just kind of thought about that.
Create your own mishap.
Like, just drop something. Like, oh, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Get creative. Honestly, yeah. I feel like if I'm running, I'm going on a run and I'm jogging and you're running next to me and you accidentally fall down because you're staring at my tits, there's probably a pretty good chance I'm going to stop and help you up.
Because you're a genuine person. You're concerned. Like, oh my gosh, are you okay?
I'm just like, I'm a nice person. I'm gonna like stop and help you up, no matter like what you look like, no matter if you're a man or a woman. But if you're a man and you fell because you were looking at my tits, then it's a fucking win. Honestly, it's a win.
It is.
So I'm not suggesting you eat shit every time you see a beautiful woman. But if you happen to eat shit, like, seize the moment.
Seize that moment.
Seize the moment.
Because you might be looking at Chantal's tits.
I mean, honestly, I'm even thinking about this, like, for myself. Like, as a woman, I'm going to be honest. Like, I've seen men and been like, oh, like, he's attractive. Like, how do I start a conversation? So just understand that this is something that, like, everybody thinks about, not just men. Like, not only are men intimidated to approach women, women can also be intimidated to approach men.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, I've been like, oh, fuck, I said something really fucking stupid.
But, okay, I bet you've noticed the signs where if you're kind of making eye contact and you notice they glimpse over and make the same kind of eye contact with you, then you know it's game.
Yeah, that's true. And that's also a good tip for men. Like, if you feel something, you see somebody and you try to make eye contact and they look away, probably a good sign that maybe you shouldn't go make a move. But if you glance over at someone and you see them glancing back at you, or the stare is like longer than a few seconds, then it's probably a green light.
Smile.
It's probably a green light to try to spark up a conversation.
Yes.
100%. And I don't know
That's
why.
That's a seize the motherfucking moment right there.
Seize the moment.
That's your green light.
Seize the moment.
Yes.
I honestly feel like that's happened for me. I don't know why. In airports. Like, is there something friendly or something interesting about airports?
There is. I've actually had someone that has actually talked to me in an airport too. And we ended up like, going on the same flight.
Yeah. And you just happen to be in the same fucking row. That's happened to me before too. I'm like, wait a second, let me see your ticket.
I know, right?
Is this real? Did you really just sit right next to me? Like, how convenient. Oh, we have a 2-hour flight? Oh, God, what are we going to talk about? Like, I've seriously had hour-long conversations.
Open up your nudes, like, you're scrolling.
Oh, here. Oh, where are you from? Oh, like, here. This is me. No, absolutely. I would never do that.
Sorry.
I would seriously... I never do that. And that's actually something I avoid. Like, if I meet somebody, I usually don't be like, hey, like, I'm a model. Like, no, I leave that shit for very last.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as I can get away with not really talking about that.
Yeah.
No prejudgment.
Well, because they're gonna ask, oh, so what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do for a living? I'm an accountant. Just kidding. I really did actually used to say that because I worked for an accountant, and so it's just a nice buffer, or I'm in marketing, and it's really terrible to like call myself out a little bit, like, fucking liar.
Yeah.
I'm in marketing. I mean, I market myself, so.
Well, yeah, you're not lying.
I'm not lying. So back to you guys. Let me think about what else. Like, what are some other
tips,
do's and don'ts?
Yeah.
Oh man, so many don'ts, but I feel like it really comes down to those 3 do's. You know, don't change who you are. Take advantage of mishaps.
Exactly.
Seize the moment.
Watch for eye contact.
Absolutely. Just make real, like.
Just be real. Be authentic, and just, I think for me personally, I think like a good sense of humor. If someone that's funny, like, to me that's naturally like charming. And
absolutely. But I understand that like not all men like feel funny.
That's true.
Or maybe so I feel like if you feel like, oh, being me is not going to be attractive, then it's time to like get in touch with you. And I know that sounds so like self-help preachy, but it really does. Like, if you feel good about yourself, other people are going to notice that. And that comes down to like self-care. So what things attract you about a man? And for me, it's honestly not always looks. I don't want to say not always, because it's not looks. Like, I'm definitely personality driven. Like, are you fucking honest? Are you funny? Like, you know, like, can you hold a conversation? Can we talk about things?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about your car and your watch. And while those things may be important to some people, that's like not what's important to me.
Nope, same.
Specifically, us as women. Maybe it's important to some other women.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but...
And I also don't fucking care how tall you are. How do you feel about that?
You know, so I've always liked tall men, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's never been a thing for me. Oh, he has to be 6
Hold
foot,
on,
you
let me
know?
get out my checklist.
Yeah,
Lynnie
yeah.
likes tall men. Okay.
No, I mean, my first boyfriend was 5'8", you know? And I'm 5'2", though, so to me, height has never been a huge deal.
Are you
because
really
I'm
only
short.
5'2"?
I'm 5'2". Most people think I'm taller because of my 6-inch heels, usually.
Well, yeah, but you also, like, you're proportionate, so you photograph tall. And, like,
Yeah.
people always think that about me, too, because I'm, like, a little under 5'5".
Yeah.
And, like, people are like, oh, wow, I thought you were a lot taller, you know? But
Yeah.
I've dated 5'8". I've probably dated shorter than that. For me, it's, like, it's not necessarily, like, a number, but I would just hope that somebody that I was dating was taller than me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would be, like, 5 feet, and I'd be like, oh, like, this is, you know, perfect. It would just feel a little funny because, I don't know, maybe it's a society thing or whatever, having, like, a man that's, like, bigger and stronger than you.
Yeah.
You know, like, feeling that protection or whatever. But, yeah, height, like, no.
Well,
if I see a guy that's
yeah.
over 6 feet tall, I'm sorry, like, no. Like, it doesn't do it for me. I'm not saying I wouldn't date a guy who's over 6 feet tall, but it's not on my fucking pre-written list.
No, like, okay, we've actually just discovered that there are girls out there that write that in their Tinder profiles or their
fuck.
Bumble, like, oh, if you're under 6 feet, do not message me. Like, what the fuck?
Fuck. That would be
so
that would be like a man writing, like, if your tits aren't bigger than size D, don't fucking message
Yeah.
me. Swipe left, bitch. Seriously, what the
is wrong
fuck?
with people? Yeah.
I can't even believe that that's real. Like, don't fucking message me if
Yeah.
you're not fucking tall.
No, one
That's
of my
being
guy
like, don't
friends,
message me unless you play sports, unless you make over this much money a year. Like, fuck.
I know.
That's really a thing for some people.
it
And
is.
while, like, no diss to the people who value different
Like, have
things
very-
than we value.
Yeah, different
Personally,
standards.
everybody has different standards. But, like, I'm not like, hey, how much money do you make a year? Like, what the fuck?
I know.
So just know that there are lots of women that like different things.
Yes, there is.
And there are different approaches. But no matter what approach, being fucking you
Yeah.
is the best choice.
And I feel like that's something that people misunderstand, you know, about, I know for me personally, like, oh, she's probably just someone that likes money, you know?
Oh, yeah, I get those type of comments.
hate that.
Don't fucking read the comments.
Oh my God.
We're probably going to read these
Don't
comments,
judge a
so
book by its
please
fucking
be
cover.
nice.
Yeah.
Be kind, please. But yeah, I try actually to avoid reading comments in some places. Like my social media, absolutely, I read the comments. You know, I read my messages. But like if I ever have like an article or something, publication, or like I've gotten on Reddit before and read some stuff and I'm like, you know, you're like kind of crushed and you try not to be because like as in this industry and as a model and as a woman, you kind of build this like tough exterior.
You do.
You know, to be able to have people tell you everything that's wrong with you. What's wrong with your nose? What's wrong with your hair? What's wrong with your fucking boobs and your butt's too small and you're this and you're that. And you kind of just like deflect.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you have this exterior. But at the end of the day, we're fucking human. Like we're just people, you know, living pretty regular lives. Even if it doesn't seem regular to other people, it's fairly regular to us.
Exactly.
You know, and so it's like people get hurt. And so I feel I get that with men too. Like I would never come up to somebody or go online and be like, you're this and you're that and you're not good enough. It's like,
I know. It's
what
fucked
the
up.
Fuck. It is fucked up. So just know that like if and I'm not saying this is you, but there are men out there that get online and that harass women and say mean things to them and think that that warrants a response from them.
Exactly.
So
it makes them feel superior too.
Don't fucking harass women because that will never get you anywhere. It will just crush you. It will just crush the women's self-esteem. And if you do get a response, it's going to be a very negative one.
Yeah, like fuck
And
off.
man, I've tried so hard so many times to like not respond to mean DMs. You know, like somebody sends you a nasty email and you're like,
No, those get
Don't
blocked.
do it.
Those
Don't
get
do it.
restricted now.
Don't do it. And you know what, guys? If women do that to you, block, delete, unfollow. Like, there's no room in anybody's life for, like, toxic or just meanness, you know? Like, nobody deserves that.
You know, it's like, I always wonder, too, when I see some of those messages, because I've gotten my fair share of, you know, fucked up things. And I'm just like, who literally, you know, what are they doing with their time to get on here and write me this message? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think it's like that stems from being very insecure.
Absolutely.
You know, and makes them feel just like very superior. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's a big no. So again, don't be a creep. I think that falls under don't be a creep.
Don't be a creep.
Yeah, harassing people is creepy. It means you're spending way too much of your free time.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. It's not going to get you on, you know, a date with your dream girl.
So we talked about some things. So what should you do on your date with your dream girl? Like,
on a date?
Yeah. Okay, so imagine this. You're going on a date and a guy picks you up to take you to dinner. You're driving in the car. You pull up to the restaurant. What happens next when he comes over and tries to open the door for you? Is that like, how do you react to that? Do you like go to get out of the door before he even gets to the door, or do you wait for him to get to the door?
Oh, hell no, I don't wait. No, who the fuck does that? I think
some people do that.
I think it's an old-fashioned thing.
I think it is old-fashioned for sure, but I've had younger men do that for me too, and I'm like trying to get out of the door, and they're like, oh no, let me get it for you.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I mean,
if they're trying to be a gentleman. I think opening the door, like going into a restaurant, absolutely. You know,
I mean, I do that for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody's coming, I'll like hold the door, and you know, I'm standing there for like 2 minutes while like 50 people walk through the door. And
I know. You're like, okay. I'm just gonna walk away now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So dates.
Yeah.
Dates are so weird.
Yeah.
Especially first dates, right? So awkward.
God, I do have one that's like a bad dating story. Oh my God. So I'll never forget this because it was just so rude. So I went on a date one time and this guy literally was on his phone so much. And
like during the date?
Yeah, during
like
the date.
At dinner?
During the date, at dinner. Yeah. Like we'd be in a conversation like this and his phone would go off and he would pick up his phone and look at it and, you know, oh, sorry, I'm just, like, doing some work right now. I'm like, wow, I remember he told me because he, like, sold solar panels or whatever, so he always had to respond to his phone. I'm just like...
Really? The solar panels can't wait till after dinner?
Right? And I remember saying, because after probably, like, the third or fourth time when he picked up his phone, and I'm a very polite person, so it takes a lot for me to, like, speak up and say something.
Yeah.
I literally had it. I'm like, that is so rude.
Yeah. No, did you actually tell him it was rude?
I said, that
what
is
did he
really
say?
rude. He's like, what? I'm like, the fact that we're on this date and you find your phone more important. You can't, like, put down your phone. And it was kind of awkward after that, and he felt really bad. But
as he should have.
I had to say something.
No, it's good.
You know?
I'm honestly like that, too, where honestly, if I'm being real, it's a little bit of a character defect. Being somewhat of a people pleaser and, like, always wanting to be nice, and sometimes... you know, you have to be honest before you have to be nice. Yeah. You know, not to the point where you're, like, hurting somebody's self-esteem, but, like, just being honest. Like, dude, this is not okay. Like,
exactly.
You can't just fucking sit here, like...
Yeah.
Was he actually, like, engaging, or was he just, like, glued?
No, so he was, like, engaging, but he would literally just be on his phone. And I think even at one point, gosh, it's been so long now, but because I'll just never forget it though, because it's the only first time it's ever happened. But during the date, his phone rang, and when he actually answered it, I think that's when I said something.
Oh my God, I just remembered something. Oh my fucking God.
What?
Okay, so disclaimer. This was long after the first date. Okay, I just want to make that clear before I go into this story. Full disclaimer. I was having sex.
Ooh,
with a guy.
This is gonna get real juicy.
I was having sex with a guy, and it wasn't the first time we had sex, but it was like early on, you know, of sexcapades. And his phone rang in the middle of having sex,
Oh, please don't
First of
tell me
all-
he answered it.
First of all, turn off your fucking ringer if
When
you're
you're
having
having-
sex.
yeah.
Better yet, turn on Do Not Disturb. Right?
Seriously.
Like, I mean, honestly, Do Not Disturb wasn't a thing then, but turn the whole fucking phone off. Nobody needs to be fucking calling you when you're having sex. The motherfucker answered the phone.
What? Are you serious? No way.
Oh, yeah. Totally answered the phone. Not only was the phone answered, there was like a discussion.
Wait, you're fucking kidding me right
No,
now.
I'm not.
Holy shit.
And it's like full on. So it's like, I mean, this is not like we're in missionary and he just happens to go, hello, okay, no, can't talk right now, bye. It's like, hey, what's up? What do you need? All right, okay, uh-huh. All right, cool. All right, I'll see you then. What the fuck?
You're kidding me.
There might have even
Oh
been
my
like
God.
more words to the conversation, but I was just
Oh
like,
my God. So what's running through your mind in that moment? Are you like, is he
Kill
talking
joy.
to his fucking, like, does he have
Like-
someone else he's talking to?
like I know it was a man because I could hear
Okay.
the voice on the other end, but let me
Okay.
tell you that didn't make a difference to
No.
my fucking
No,
libido.
still, like, what the fuck? You're like, really?
I'm like, like everything is going good, and then like ring, 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 and it's like done. It's over. Like, how do you come back from that?
Did you say something to him about that? Like, I would have to. Like, really?
I don't remember, honestly. I can't remember if I was just like, seriously. He was like, I'm sorry. I had to answer it.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck.
That's-
yeah,
I've
what
never-
not to do. Do not answer your phone. Do not text. Like, I feel like just no, yeah, none of that.
That is, wow.
That was wild. I don't know.
That-
I hadn't
yeah.
thought about that in so long, but as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, like, I was.
Like, texting and answering the phone on a date is bad. Don't do it during sex.
Yeah, especially, what the hell? Who would do that? Wow. That's just, another one that comes to mind too is don't think being a dick looks cool, because it
No.
doesn't. I had this guy one time, I remember he was getting his car out of valet, and he was treating the valet guys like, I could not believe it. He was so rude, and I think he was trying to do it to impress me. Like, being a dick is not cool.
So
you
he
know?
was thinking, like, I'm showing that I'm superior to
Yeah.
these other people. These
Instant
other people
turn
are
off.
beneath me.
Mm-hmm. Instant
That's
turn
a
off.
huge thing. Like,
Yeah.
one of the things I look for when I'm around people, and this means all people, not just men or people that I'm interested in dating. This goes for, like, all people, friendships, everything. I look at the way that people treat other people.
100%.
So if you're out in public and somebody falls down and gets hurt and you look the other way, like, first of all, I'm going to walk over there and help the person. Second of all, I'm going to take notice that you looked the other way.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to be some fucking knight in shining armor, but, like, common decency is worth noting.
It is.
And when people talk down to other people, whether they're at valet or they're a waiter, their family, whoever, like, you notice those things.
You do. You
So
notice those
treat
things.
people with kindness.
Yeah.
And some respect. Like, just because they're a waiter doesn't mean that you can treat them like shit.
Exactly.
And I've been a waitress, so
Yeah,
let me
same
tell
here.
you, I've been treated like shit before,
Yeah.
and it doesn't feel good.
It doesn't.
It doesn't feel
Yeah.
good.
No.
No, and that's like a complete power trip, but it's not a good look. If you're on a date and your date is like being rude or yelling at somebody,
Oh my God, yeah.
wow, it's
Instant turn off.
embarrassing.
It is
It's
so embarrassing.
because you're like, wow, like, did I make a fucking mistake by like coming out with
You
this
also be like,
person?
I am so sorry, and apologize for
For
their
them,
actions,
for
you know?
them. I think
It's
I've done
fucked
that
up.
before. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, that's
Yeah.
terrible if you have to leave and be like, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, and
Yep.
don't be a creep.
No. Don't
I feel
be
like
a
that
creep.
falls under
Don't
being
be
a creep
dick.
too. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a
yeah, I guess
dick.
that fits better under don't be a dick. Maybe that'll be don't be a dick, don't be a creep.
Yeah.
Just be you.
Just
but
be you.
If you're a dick or a creep,
Then you might need
you
to
might
get some
need to
help.
reevaluate and figure out who you really are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Self-help.
Exactly. Because these are traits that no one likes.
No, and there are lots of different things that lots of different women like. Like, some women, I'm not going to lie, some women like to be treated like crap. I know that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, but like
it does.
I definitely know women who only date guys that are assholes. And I'm not saying that the men being assholes is not a problem, but the problem in that situation is most of the time, honestly, what I feel is like the women don't feel good about themselves to deserve something better. It's not like they're like, ooh, guys who treat people like shit turn me on. It's like, no, they really just don't feel good about themselves. And so they're choosing people that, you know, that fit that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't be a fucking dick.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it sucks for those women because I feel like you said, it's like they feel like they can't get better, and that's fucked up.
And I know that goes for men too. Like,
yeah,
I know men,
absolutely.
like, I've had male friends. I've had male friends who have dated women who are so mean to them. They talk down to them. They talk down to them in front of people. You know, like, that is just not okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like the same problem for women that exists in those situations exists for men. Like, if you're with a woman who talks fucking down to you and treats you like a piece of shit in front of your friends, in front of your family,
or speaks for them,
then again, go back to self-digging because you 100% deserve better. Like, nobody deserves to be talked to like they're shit. Like,
no,
fuck them.
Exactly.
Fuck them, move on.
No, don't think like, oh, I can't get better, so, you know, that's why I stay. Like, that's not
and that's a thing, and that definitely digs into a lot deeper reasoning
does.
Because, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I've been there. Like, I've been in relationships, especially when I was really young, where I felt like this is all I deserved, you know? Like, I didn't honestly think that I deserved something better, and so I was literally with someone who treated me really badly, and I thought, like, oh, like, it, you know, it's okay, like, it's okay at some point, like, it's not okay, guys, like, fucking time to stand up, walk away.
Exactly.
Like, attract what you want and what you think you deserve and what you do deserve.
Yeah.
You know, 100%.
Yeah.
So, man, fucking relationships. Oh, man.
Especially in those early years. God.
Early years.
Yeah.
The days before swiping left and right. What a fucking trip.
Oh, I know.
Who knew that you'd be able to fucking download an app and be like, yes, no, yes,
it's so
no.
fucking shallow.
It's so fucking shallow.
It is. It really is.
Like,
but
fuck.
I feel like it's because, you know, men especially, they feel intimidated to approach a girl. So they find it so much easier. And as women, too, we get so busy. You know what I mean? So everyone just goes on online dating because it's, you know, not talking shit about online dating because there has been a lot of successful.
There's good and there's bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just like anything else, you know.
There is. But for some reason, like, I'm just drawn to more personal connections than online. And I don't know if it's just because, like, call me old-fashioned, like, maybe I just like I would rather, like, meet somebody through somebody, or you're at the same function and you bump into each other and you spark up a regular conversation versus, like, me opening my phone and you sent me a heart emoji on Instagram. Only a heart emoji. Does that warrant a response?
Right.
What would you respond to in a DM? Like, would you respond, let me rephrase this. Would you respond to a DM, like, hitting on you or asking you out? Like, what would you do? Like, you open a DM, what's your next step? Do you click on the profile, look through it, decide whether to respond? Like, what do you do?
I'm always curious, like, okay, who's this person that's, like, hitting me up on here? You know what I mean? I mean, that's even when I check my DMs. I usually try not to go into that because they're just, like, flooded.
Guilty. Sometimes I don't look. I'm, like, scrolling as fast as I can to see if something catches my eye and then click, open.
Yep.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible, but who has time to read fucking thousands of messages? Disclaimer, that was not like a... that wasn't like a, ooh, lucky me. That's just, like, the reality of social media.
It is.
Especially being a model. It's like you just get messages every day, and I'm constantly looking for business messages, but I just see lots of, you know, lots of thirsty messages.
Oh my
so
God,
it's hard to know, like, what's legit and what's not.
Yeah.
You know, but, like, has there ever been, like, one that's written in a way that, like, caught your eye, or anything that somebody said in particular?
Nope.
No, and I feel like, is there something wrong with me? Nothing of that's catching me. You know, sometimes I see, like, the screenshots of, I don't know, like, celebrities or people who, like, hooked up through DMs, and they show, like, their DM exchange, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like,
know.
really? That's what caught their attention? Like, I don't mean to be rude or something, but
Yeah.
somebody's sending me a message that says, hey, or you're hot, or, you know, want to hook up, or like, I own ...
Oh my God.
You know, like,
creeper.
you know, and no diss to the men out there and the businessmen that, you know, find girls to hook up or date with online, but I just, like, I don't know. I don't know what the right way is to approach somebody on social media, you know?
And yeah, and we're not saying like you guys shouldn't approach girls on social media, because it does work.
It does work for lots of people. I'm just confused on the logistics.
Yeah.
You know, because for me, I'm such like a connected person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like to meet people and talk and like learn about them. And I just feel like you can't learn that much about social media.
Yeah.
Like, social media is a sliver. Your Tinder profile is a fucking really fucking thinner piece. And it's like, what can you learn about that? It's like, yeah, I see your pictures, I see the pieces of your life that you want to share, just like mine.
Yeah.
But it's like, that doesn't tell me anything. Like,
Exactly.
I don't know how you talk. Like, I don't know how you interact, how you treat people, who you are. All those things that we just said are important. So for me, I feel like I'm kind of stuck there. So I don't know. I feel like genuineness, again, can be shown in messages.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, like, I don't know how you start this off. Like, you know, hey, I'd really love to talk with you sometime, or I don't, honestly, I'm failing at this one. Like, what's the right thing to say?
I actually, thinking about it now, I have gotten some really nice DMs. I have seen.
Really?
Yeah, that were really nice. Like, someone just saying, hey, I just wanted to take the time and write you a message. I'm sure you get 100 messages a day, but you are so beautiful. And, you know, they were just so nice and genuine. And they didn't say, like, oh, can I have your number? Or, oh, I'd like to meet up with you sometime. It was just
it was just like a nice message.
I hope you have a great day. I'm sure I probably won't hear from you, but I just wanted to tell you that. And I thought, like, those are nice. And those are ones I will take the time to actually respond to. Like, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think that positivity and kindness go a long ways.
It does.
You know? And so, like, maybe, you're not going to get her number right there, but you kind of make her smile. You make her feel good in that moment. And oftentimes that's good enough to, like, warrant a response. You know? Like, I definitely respond to positive messages. I'm not going to, you know, respond to ones that are negative.
Exactly.
You know? And that's my own filter, you know? But
yeah, absolutely.
There was something I was just thinking and I can't remember on social media. Yeah, I guess being genuine, and then what was my other point there? In messaging. Totally lost it. Don't be a dick.
Yep. Don't be a dick. Don't be a creeper. Be genuine. Be kind. Kindness goes a long ways.
100%. I wish more people were just themselves. 100%. I feel like it would save so much time in life.
It would. On both sides, too.
On both sides. Absolutely.
Yeah, it really would. But I think it's just the day and age, you know? And just
it's digital, because there's pros because it's easy, because you know, a lot of men are like, they don't know where to approach women. Where do you go to talk to women? When you're online, you can see them, you can send them a message, maybe they respond, maybe they don't.
Yeah.
But I feel like the chances maybe are higher than the walking down the street.
Yeah, exactly. I think so too. Or the dropping their number in your grocery cart.
Yeah, no numbers in my grocery cart. Man, there's something about grocery stores with me. Like, I feel like I get people attempt to pick me up a lot of times at grocery stores.
Is it in the produce aisle?
Right next to the veggies?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know exactly where I am in the store, but it's happened many times. But the one line that always sticks with me, this would be my number one, don't use this line. Hey, do you live around here?
Oh my God, that is no. No, big no.
Fucking no.
No.
Do not. I'm blown away with how often I'm asked that question. You know, and I've heard variations of it, like, do you come here often, or, you know, are you from around here? But do you live around here is like scary. The king of creeps.
Yeah, it is.
You know, like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not from here at all. You know, because you just don't know. You don't know. I think one of the times, and this was like kind of a scary thing for me, a guy followed me through an entire grocery store. I'm telling you, there's something fucking about grocery stores. And I was actually somewhere, like, not close to my house, but, like, within relative distance to where I wish I, you know, hadn't been there. And I think I stopped going grocery shopping there for a while because I was so freaked out. But he literally followed me around the store. Every single aisle I went to, he went to.
Oh my God.
And
that's creepy.
It was just, he was following me. And then I got to my car and he went to his car. And he took a picture of my car.
What?
I was really freaked out. I couldn't decide if I should go back in the store and, like, report it, because I'm like, if he's following me around and taking pictures of my car, which is not illegal,
then... So you actually saw him stop and take a picture of your car?
Yes.
Oh my God.
He stopped and took a picture of my car. And I was like, wow.
I'd be so scared.
It was really scary. So first of all, I was already at my car. So he was taking a picture of my car with me in it. And so, like, I stopped. I went back in the store. I was trying to decide whether I, like, talk to the manager or what I did.
You don't want to drive off and have him start following you.
Well, I mean, I have no idea what he was going to do. And I was just thinking, like, if he regularly, like, kind of stalks people here, like, I mean, maybe he's done this to other people. You know, it was just really scary.
That is so scary.
It was really scary. A few things like that have happened to me before, but why in the grocery store?
Why is something about you in grocery store?
I don't know. It's so wild. It's so wild. Because I look my worst inside the grocery store. Like, if I'm going grocery shopping, I sure as fuck don't look like this. Like, I don't put my hair and makeup on and wear heels and a mini skirt to go grocery shopping, okay? Like, that's a facade.
Given your experiences, you know.
That's only not. Like, how terrible can I look? Like, thank God for masks and COVID, because I kind of feel like, if you kind of feel like sometimes, like, inconspicuous, you're like, nobody knows what I really look like. I could go somewhere unseen. Like, my hair is a mess. I have a mask on.
Especially when you have your sunglasses on and your mask.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Feeling like a champ. So, moral of that story, wow, I don't even think I have to say this one. That's, like, beyond creepy. That's, like, stalker status.
That is,
you know?
stalker.
That's don't ever follow somebody.
No.
And I don't even think that needs to be, doesn't need to be said. Yeah, it doesn't need to be said, but that was pretty fucking scary.
Yeah. That's, oh my God. That's creepy. That's why I think all women should know how to protect themselves. Whether that's
100%. Can of mace in the bag.
Yep. Exactly.
Only used when absolutely necessary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, girl, I carry a gun on me.
No, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think people should not only have one, like, I know you know how to use it, but a lot of people don't know how to use it, and I feel like that training aspect is so important.
Absolutely.
You know? Protect yourself.
Yeah. Well, whether it's that or a taser, I guess this would be something like
wow, a taser. You know? I've never thought about having a taser.
This
is going to need a deeper conversation.
Especially when you go to grocery stores. You should be carrying around a taser.
A taser in the grocery store.
Or bear mace.
Bear mace. I did have military grade mace for a while because I had a roommate who was, like, ex-military, and he was like, do not answer the door without this in your back pocket or in your hand, you know? And so he was, like, very protective of me and was like, you need to carry this. Well, I don't know what happened to it. I think I moved and it, like, blew up inside of a storage unit or something crazy. I never replaced it, but I really should get another mace because you can't be too safe.
You can't.
You know, you can't be too safe. So
yeah.
Wow. But I think that we need to take some extra time out to go over self-protection. Wow, that can go lots of ways.
Yes, it can.
Woo! All the protection. All about the protection.
Yes.
How to get a girl, how to keep her, how to protect her.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Well, I think that literally, I hope that gave you guys some good advice today.
If not, it was entertaining as fuck.
Yeah, right? I mean, you got to hear some stories, and just hopefully you took some little side notes, and hopefully it helps you of, you know, let it stick in your mind today. Don't be a dick. Don't be a creeper.
Yeah.
Be you.
Be you. Fuck. And maybe next week we can really dive into how to keep her happy.
Yeah.
How to keep her happy. What keeps us happy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that could be talking about, we can go
yeah.
on
Well,
about
let's not
that
spill
one.
the juice.
Yeah, we won't spill it.
I think you got that.
Come back next week. You will love next week's episode. And
yeah, thanks for listening.